Hello and welcome back to another episode of Evaluate and Repair. This is actually my first video of the year, with the exception of the two videos I did on the giveaway. If you haven't seen them videos, I'm going to put the link up here in the corner or over here somewhere. Uh, go back and watch them videos because we are giving away a set of screwdrivers, and the two videos will tell you the details of how you could win them screwdrivers. But for today, we're here with this 2012 Kia Sorento. As you might have saw with the thumbnail, we have a little issue with this thing. It had a little bit of a dispute with a deer, and it looks like the deer won. My grandson was driving this Kia. This is his car, and he going down a road and hit a deer. It bounced off his car into another car and disabled both cars. And let me show you what's going on with this right now. Is it will not start. We can turn the key and nothing. And I'm going to go and show you that right now. We're going to try to diagnose that problem. And then the other problem we have is the shifter is stuck. It's either in park or neutral or whatever, but you can't go from neutral and into park without hitting the override button. So we're going to try to figure that out. I'm kind of thinking that's a shift solenoid issue, maybe a wire or something got wrecked. But let me show you the damages we have here. All right, from this angle, it don't look too bad because it's all the front end here. Got a dented hood, the grill's cracked, but as you come around to this side, we got all kinds of issues here. We got, if you look here, I believe this is a radiator support. It's busted. The hood, like I said, the bumper, I don't know how much damage is underneath there. The headlight, of course, and the door. Plus, we also have an issue with the windows won't go all the way up. So for now, we're just going to see about trying to get this thing started. And I'll just show you right now where we're at with that. And don't mind the car, it's a little messy with some excess parts and stuff. All right, so got door indicators open. We got sound. Flip the key on if I can. And we get all our lights that we're supposed to get. Okay, but when you turn the key, we got nothing. So let's see what we can figure out there. Let me get my hood prop because that doesn't stay up very well. All right, so let's see, we're going to go that way. And we're going to check some of these fuses and see what we got. Okay, I gotta give you a little rundown of what I did here. Something happened with my audio and I'm not sure what it was, so I'll just go over what I did, what I found, and then we'll pick up from there. All right, so first of all, what I did was I checked all these fuses. Actually, first of all, what I did, I checked the relays. I swapped relays. If you look at them, relays are for fuel pump. I switched the Acon in the fuel pump. Didn't do anything. And then I switched the starter with the backup lamp one, which didn't do anything, which would be these two here. Since that didn't do anything, I started checking these fuses here, which this one's missing because you see it's the fan fuse. what I ended up, after checking everything, the last one I checked, this was a fuel ignition. I swapped ignition, the 30 amp with 30 amp up here, the ECU. Did nothing. But then I actually took the 50 amp, which I know it's 50 amp, but but I didn't have a 40. And I put it into, I swapped it with the ignition 2 right here, which was supposed to be a 40 amp. And that would be that one right there. And by doing that, we got the car to turn over. But it wouldn't start, wouldn't even try to start, it would just turn over. So now I suspect either a fuel issue or a spark issue. Well, I thought maybe it might be the fuel inertia switch that triggers when you have an accident to keep the fuel from pumping while the car is in an accident, and if there's a fire, you don't want to keep adding the fuel, obviously. And I looked all over this thing. I went on the forums, and everybody said for this car, it was, some said it was over here, some said it was over here, and there's something missing there, but I didn't suspect that it would be there. But they said, a lot of them said it's on the right hand strut tower. But then through further investigation, I got it to turn over. But then I'll show you what we ended up finding out later. To do some more research, I took everything off here. I was even under the car looking for something, but there is like nowhere on this car that I see that switch. So I'm gonna have to do some more research, maybe even go down to the Kia dealer and see if I can find something out there. And then again, the whole problem could be related to that gear shift not being able to come out of park. So I'm gonna have to do some more research and some more troubleshooting, but that's where we're at right now. All right, guys, it's a little bit later. When I did a little more research, I come up with the conclusion that inertia switch does not exist on the 2012 Kia. So I went back and did some checking on some fuses, and what I did find was, actually I gotta admit that I wasn't sure where the fuses were on this Kia exactly. I was looking on the side panels and on here and on the other side, but I ended up, right under my nose, right there on the dash, is where all the fuses are. And what I found was a 10 amp fuse in module 1 was blown. I swapped it with the heated mirror fuse, which is another 10 amp fuse. And lo and behold, I was looking for something that was related to the shift solenoid or the shift lock solenoid, but other than the, let's close this. See, it's locked now, and the key's off, so there's no power. But when I turn the key on, the other thought I was thinking was maybe a brake switch was interfering with it, but brake lights seem to work from what I remember. I don't have anybody here to push them for me, but I remember when it was on the road that it was, the brake lights were working. So I didn't think it was that. But change the fuse, change the fuse, push the pedal, and now we have a moving shifter. And she starts. And as for an added bonus, the driver's side window was stuck right about there. So when it rained, we had a trash bag over the window. But now, that works too. So all the mechanical problems or electrical problems, mechanical and electrical problems there went away. Now we just got to deal with the busted up front end. So that's going to conclude our video for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and remember about the giveaway. That'll give you the details on how to win. Also, look forward to the future when we try to put this front end back together. Thanks for watching.